Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Your support means a lot and helps this channel grow. So sit back, relax, and let's get started with today's video. The 2-cent euro coin dated 2006 is one of the smallest value but widely seen pieces of everyday currency in the euro area, carrying a face value of 2 cents and serving as part of the decimal coinage introduced with euro cash in 2002. On the common side, the reverse designed by Belgian artist Luc Lux, the 2-cent presents a compact, internationally recognizable image, a stylized globe showing Europe in relation to Africa and Asia, set against a background of lines and the 12 stars of the European Union. That common motif symbolizes the shared monetary identity of euro-issuing countries while leaving the opposite, national side free for each country to show sovereign imagery. Physically, the coin is small but solid. It measures 18.75 mm in diameter, is about 1.67 mm thick, and weighs approximately 3.06 grams. Its composition is copper-plated steel, a thin layer of copper electroplated onto a steel core, which gives the coin its familiar warm reddish color while making the coin magnetic. A simple magnet test will confirm the steel core. The edge is smooth, without reading, which helps distinguish it at a quick glance from other small euro denominations. The obverse national side shows whichever national design each issuing country chose. Portraits of monarchs, national emblems, historical figures, or symbolic imagery are common, and the exact placement of the date and mint marks depends on that national design. For a 2006 coin you will therefore usually find the year, 2006, somewhere on the national side rather than on the common reverse. In everyday circulation the 2-cent is extremely common and was struck in very large numbers by multiple national mints across the eurozone in 2006. As a result, typical circulated examples are worth only their face value to casual holders. However, the collector's interest centers on a handful of special circumstances. Uncirculated mint sets and proof strikes issued by national mints command modest premiums, and occasional striking errors, off-center strikes, double strikes, incorrect planchettes, or misapplied plating can be sought after by error collectors and may sell for significantly more than face value depending on severity and rarity. Identification of such varieties requires careful inspection. Look for mismatched alignment between sides, inconsistent fields where the copper plating peels to show underlying steel, or unusual markings and die cracks, and photographic documentation plus a reputable dealer's opinion will help determine market value. For general handling, the copper plating means the coin will develop a natural patina over time. This is normal and does not reduce the coin's integrity. In fact, many collectors prefer the original untouched surface. Avoid aggressive cleaning with acids, metal polishes or abrasive tools because these can permanently damage the plating and reduce numismatic value. If cleaning is necessary for display, use only gentle soap and water and dry thoroughly, or better yet, place coins in inert coin flips or archival holders to prevent contact with moisture and oils. Storage advice: keep 2-cent coins flat in airtight sleeves or albums in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight to slow oxidation. For higher grade or proof examples, use acid-free envelopes or sealed plastic capsules and consider a small silica gel packet in the storage area to control humidity. When assessing a 2006 2-cent for collecting or sale, check the national obverse carefully. Some countries issued commemorative sets or special mintages that year which, if kept in mint condition, carry extra collector interest, but be cautious. The vast majority of circulating 2006 2-cent coins are common and trade at face value except in bulk or as novelty items. 4. Identification: remember the magnetic test. It will cling to a magnet because of the steel core. The exact dimensions: 18.75 mm diameter, approximately 3.06 grams weight, and the smooth edge. The combination of those physical traits plus the Luc Lux common reverse makes the euro 2-cent visually and tactually distinct from other small coins. On the subject of design history briefly, Luc Lux's reverse artwork was selected to harmonize the euro coin series while allowing national symbolism on the obverse. Over time, national designs have changed in a few countries to reflect new heads of state or updated national emblems, but the common reverse design on the low-value coins has remained the same, so a 2006 reverse will look immediately familiar to anyone who handles euro coins today. If you plan to film or narrate about the coin, Useful narrative hooks include the contrast between the coin's modest face value and the complexity of its production, thin copper layer bonded to steel, national versus common artwork, and quality control at multiple mints across Europe, the occasional human stories of collectors finding error coins in pocket change, and practical tips such as how to test authenticity, dimensions, magnetism, weight, and how to care for coins to preserve collector value. Finally, when considering the coin's monetary and cultural role, although 2-cent pieces have been the subject of rounding debates in several Euro countries, some retailers and nations round totals to the nearest 5 cents to reduce small change handling. The 2-cent remains legal tender and continues to circulate widely. For collectors, it is a humble but essential part of the Euro story, a tiny piece of metal that carries national identity on one side and the promise of a shared currency on the other, and a perfect example of how design, metallurgy, and economics intersect in everyday objects. The 2-cent euro coin issued with dates such as 2001 is a small, copper-colored circulation piece whose primary purpose is everyday change. Worth 2 cents, it's one of the three red, copper-plated denominations 1C, 2C, 5C used across the euro area and by countries that issue euro coins. Its technical specs are modest but precise. The coin measures 18.75 mm across, has a thickness of 1.67 mm and a mass of 3.06 grams, and is struck in copper-plated steel, so it looks like solid copper at a glance but is magnetic and more economical to produce. Historically, you'll often see dates like 1999-2001 on 2-cent coins because many euro coins were minted in advance of the currency's public introduction on the 1st of January 2002. The common reverse, the European side, was designed during the euro's launch process, while the obverse national sides were chosen by each issuing country and therefore show a wide variety of motifs, monarchs, national emblems, cultural figures, coats of arms, and other country-specific symbols, so a 2001 2-cent can carry the distinct identity of any member state that minted it that year. On the common reverse face, designed by Luc Lux of the Royal Belgian Mint, the 2-cent shows a small globe with the map of Europe, originally highlighting the EU 15 next to the large denomination numeral and the word euro, or the currency indicator. This common design is intended to make the value instantly recognizable across language boundaries, while the national obverse allows each country to celebrate its own imagery and heritage. For example, Spain's 2001 2-cent bears Spanish national markings. France has its Marianne or other national symbol depending on the year and issue, and other states show portraits or coats of arms according to their selections. In everyday handling, the coin is durable but not immune to wear. The copper plating gives the surface its characteristic reddish tone, which can fade or tarnish over long circulation, revealing slight steel graying at worn high points. Because the core is steel, the coins are slightly magnetic and heavier than an all-copper piece of the same size would be. The edge of the 2-cent is smooth with a continuous groove, a tiny but deliberate feature that helps the automated coin sorting machinery identify it and also gives collectors a tactile way to tell denominations apart. Mintage and collector notes. 2001 dated 2-cent pieces are generally common for most issuing countries because mints produced them in large volumes while preparing for the euro cash rollout. Their face value in circulation is only 2 cents. And unless a particular national obverse from a country or a special error mintmark exists, these coins are usually worth their face value to most people. That said, collectors sometimes seek specific country-year combinations in better grades, uncirculated, proof, or with particular mintmarks, and coins from small mints, low mintage special issues, or those with striking errors can command a modest premium on the collector market. Practical context. Because the 2-cent plays a role in cash transactions and pricing, many euro countries have debated rounding rules. Some retailers round totals to the nearest 5 cents to reduce use of 1C, 2C coins, but the coin remains legal tender and appears in pockets, cash tills and vending machines across the eurozone. For people checking a 2001 specimen, a quick visual inspection of the national obverse, the mintmark, and the coin's condition will tell you whether it's an ordinary circulation piece or something of potential interest to collectors. In short, the 2001 2-cent euro coin is a small, ubiquitous, copper-plated steel circulation coin produced as part of the euro introduction period, technically defined by its 18.75 mm diameter, 1.67 mm thickness, 3.06 grams weight and smooth grooved edge, carrying the common lux reverse in whatever national obverse the issuing country selected, and while usually worth only its face value in daily life, it can attract collector attention in special circumstances, exceptional condition, errors, or rare national variants.